Welcome, Clear Spring Roadrunners. This is Mrs. Kim. Thank you for joining me to practice the subtraction priority strategy. In this session, I will use the subtraction equation 523 subtract 292. In order to show that in a strip diagram, I know that the whole strip equals 523. I know part of the strip has already been used or taken away according to the subtraction equation. So 200, about 292 would be about here. 292 have been taken away, have been used up. I need to figure out how much is left over, what the difference is. I can also show that missing number in an addition equation. I know I have 292 is one part. I know one part is missing. I don't know that part. And I know the total or the whole is 523. So in addition equation, I would show the missing part as the missing addend. In a number line, I would show the whole as 0 starting here and 523 here. This is all that I have, 523. I know part of it has been used up. 292 has been used up. So I'm going to go ahead and cross out. 292 is about here. So 292 has been used up, has been taken away, is no longer available. I need to find the difference now between 292 and 523. I'm going to do that using place value. I can use the ones place value, I can use the tens place value, and I can use the hundreds place value. I'm going to use these numbers because I know these are numbers that are easy to count by. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Starting at 292 and finding the difference between that and 523, I'm going to do a small jump to the number 300. That's a friendly number for me. I know from 292, if I look at the ones place, there's a 2 in that ones place, and I add 8 to it, I'm going to get to the next 10, and the next 10 would actually get me to the next 100 too. So 292 plus 8 is going to get me to the number 300. And that's a friendly number. So I made a jump of 8. Now that I'm at 300, I can easily add groups of 100. So I'm going to go to the hundreds place value, and I'm going to add one group of 100. Gets me to 400. A second group of 100 will get me to 500. And I'm not quite there yet at 500. I still need 23 more. If I look at the hundreds place value, those two digits are now the same, but I need to get to the number 23. I know if looking at the tens and the ones, I know if I'm at 0, I have nothing, and I need to get to 23, I have to add 23 more. So 23 more is going to get me to 23. So currently I have 0 tens and 0 ones. If I add 23 to 0, I'm going to get 23. So at 500, if I make another jump of 23, I do another jump of 23, I will get to 523. So looking back at all of the jumps that I've made, the two that stick out to me are the hundreds. I can group those together to make 200. I still have the 8, the 200, and the 23. So I'm going to put those in order down here below. I have 200 plus 23 plus 8. Now here I can use my place value strategy to figure out what 23 plus 8 is. I could break apart my 8 into a 7 and a 1 because I know 3 and 7 make the next 10. Or I could break apart my 23 into a 20 and a 3 and then add 8 more 1s. You can choose what works best for you, or you can use your mental math strategies, knowing that 3 more to 7, to this part of 7, will get me to the next 10. Then I have 1 left over, so this 7 goes with this 23 to make 30. 1 more left over equals 31, but don't forget your 200. You have to add your 200 back in. So now you have 231. 231 is the missing part, what is left over from the original equation, 523, take away or subtract 292 equals 231. Now it's your turn to continue to practice the subtraction priority strategy in workstations at school and at home. If you need reminders for the subtraction priority strategy, please revisit this video. Thank you, Roadrunners. This is Mrs. Kim, your Clear Spring Math Coach.